What if I told you that there is one product that gets more sales than any other product on Etsy, and most sellers have never even heard of it? And the best part is, whether you sell t-shirts or mugs, candles, or spreadsheets, this is something that you can sell in any Etsy shop to get your listings ranking higher in search results. And this product is a loss leader. Now, I've been in e-commerce for 13 years, and I've worked with hundreds of big brands from Converse to the North Face to Oakley to Reebok, and all great consumer brands have mastered loss leaders at the right time in their business. So today I will teach you how to take advantage of this amazing product type. Let's start with what a loss leader is and what the goal is, because without this, you could crash and burn. A loss leader is a lower price point, lower margin item where you don't need to lose money, but the entire purpose of a loss leader is to drive up your order velocity. So the goal of a loss leader listing is to get that number of orders under your shop name up really high, really fast as possible. You're going to draw in customers with your loss leaders as the first step or introduction to your brand. And then you'll give them a great value and experience so they'll continue to come back and want more. Now, why would we want to drive up your order number under your shop name? Why does that matter? Because order velocity matters. Order velocity means the number of items sold in a certain period of time. And we want to have the most orders or the most items sold within a short period of time. So if the market leader with all the bestseller listings in search results is getting, let's say, 100 orders a day, we cannot have you getting 50 orders a day. We need you getting 110 orders a day or 150 orders a day. And this is a huge part to becoming a market leader. And Etsy sellers really aren't paying enough attention to this, and it could be really crushing your potential. And what happens is when your shop has a high order velocity, it will increase the ranking of your other listings in search results. So this means if you have a nice high order velocity on your loss leaders, then any other new listing that you publish in your shop will automatically have a stronger ranking in search results. So the order velocity on your loss leaders, it benefits the rest of your shop and all your other listings. Okay, so this loss leader, it's gonna be low price point, low margin, you're not losing money, and it's really important that this is not gonna be customized or take too much of your time or be seasonal, okay? Because we need to make sure that you are not putting a lot of labor into that, because labor is a cost and it just makes the cost of that product more expensive. And we also cannot have it be seasonal because we need the revenue history to build up like a snowball. So a loss leader, it's gotta be something that will sell consistently year round. So real life examples would be like IKEA's $1 hot dog, McDonald's $1 coffee, Costco's $4.99 chicken, the Lowe's $99 cordless drills, the Home Depot $99 Christmas trees, CVS has $2.99 toothpaste with a coupon, Nike always has a $49.99 running shoe, H&M markets their $5 basic tees, Zara has $9.99 scarves, Old Navy will occasionally promote their flip-flops for $1, Barnes & Noble have a section for $5 bestsellers, Bath & Body Works has their 3 for $15 soaps. So my loss leaders were the supply category, and this was like silk flower heads, greenery, succulents. For example, I would take these Billy Button sprays when they are $3.59, and I would sell each individual one for $2. The whole thing really is worth $14 retail now when I bought it for $3.59. Another thing that I would do is take garlands, and I would sell the garlands with flowers on them as a finished product, but then I would also clip off these little sets of 3 sprigs. I would literally sell those for over $1. So I'm spending $8.39 for this full garland, but this has about, 50 to 60 sprigs on it, and I'm selling each one of those for $1. So it's a really amazing markup. I would also do cake toppers as a loss leader because they took about 5 minutes to make, 5 minutes to package, and I would sell them for like $25. And as you can see here, Etsy fees took $2.83, cost of goods sold, including shipping and packaging, because it was literally 3 30-cent flowers. That was a total of $7. My margin on that was over 60%, which left me with a $15 profit, and it took me only 10 minutes to make, which means my hourly wage when I'm cranking out cake toppers is $91. And I did consider that a loss leader. $91 per hour when you're simply working on cake toppers, it's pretty good. It is enough that allows you to outsource it to an employee or an assistant if you'd like. So now I'm selling a loss leader to someone for a birthday party. They have a great experience. They see a great value. They're going to keep coming coming back for all of the rest of their events and occasions. And they'll trust me and they'll continue to buy more. Okay, so we know what a loss leader is and the goal, but that doesn't really matter if you don't have ideas for one for your shop. So let's go over some ideas. We see here's a shop with 98,000 sales in jewelry. You can see the price points of their featured items range from $29 up to $60. Now the price points also go all the way up to $875. However, we can see they also are in the loss leader game. They are selling the backings for earrings for 66 cents, plastic for 66 cents, silver, gold, the necklace extenders for $1.22, polishing cloths for $1.49, ring adjusters for $1.75, and a ring sizer for $1.75. And this is a bestseller listing with over 20 in the carts. Now we can see Allura estimates that they actually do $532 on this a month, all time $29,000. So while they are breaking even on $500 a month, well, they're just putting it in a padded envelope, they're not making a profit on it. It's contributed to $29,000 in revenue. Well, that is 14,749 customers that now got their foot in the door. And that's what we're looking for, because that's another 14,000 people that were introduced to the shop or that increased multi-item orders or maybe bought something else. Here's another example. This is a shop that has actually some low price point products in it. A lot of these look just like loss leaders, but within the sea of low price point items, they have an even lower price point item, which is these 93-cent candlesticks. Here's another example. Now this is a shop that has gift boxes, very popular shop, 6,000 sales. Their featured items $35 to $49.50. Now when looking at what else they sell, looks like they have some gift box listings that are at the $15 price point. And you can see it's just like 2 or 3 items in it to get people in the door and really to experience what the shop has to offer. Here's another one. This is a bestseller listing. It is the sample size of body butters. Let's take a look at the revenue. $200 a month, $4,600 all time, but 1,300 new customers in the shop, right? You can see they have that $3.50 loss leader sample listing quite a bit here, and they all have over 20 in the cart. And this $3.50 sample is an easy way for someone to experience the value of what the shop has to offer. And it's the beginning of a stronger lifetime value of that customer. All right, here's a great example in the floral space. So this is right out of China, almost 32,000 sales. You can see the highest price point things go up to $300 to $440. And then the lowest price point things are these $10 bouquets and boutonnieres. Now this is an amazing value. The whole idea is that a buyer will come in and see these affordable bouquets and then look at what else the shop has to offer. Now, perhaps the most important thing I need to leave you with is what a loss leader is not. I see a lot of people totally misunderstand the concept of a loss leader. A loss leader is a listing, you guys. It is not a variation within a listing. And the whole purpose of that listing is for the listing to have a high order velocity. A loss leader's purpose is not to deceive your customers into clicking in because it's a low price point variation. So for anyone who's thinking, oh, I'll put a loss leader in my sweatshirt listing and I'll stick a baby onesie in there to make people think that sweatshirt is $10, that is not a loss leader. That is pure deception. And that's not a good business strategy to play in. A loss leader is a product mix strategy. We are not in the game of tricking people. Now, if you want your loss leaders to actually sell, we have to make sure you understand the new Etsy algorithm. And I break it down for you in just 10 minutes right here. So go check it out.